Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So today I have a few shout outs for you, some channel shout outs, and some of these are pretty well established, but there's other ones that are very small, and for some reason they just don't have a substantial following in spite of the fact that they consistently put out quality videos. So I want to do them a bit of a favor and hopefully get them some exposure. Now, it's easy to just get in front of the camera and start talking, and that's all fine and dandy. There's a lot of channels. Actually, that's what drew me into this whole YouTube preparedness community, was listening to people like Prepared Mind, The Prepared Mind, Not Prepared Mind 101. Both of them are good. General S. Lee, Doug Bass, 654, K-Goat, guys who just talked, you know, Hibernian Sun. They didn't do any elaborate sort of production. But the fact is, if you want to get a broad audience on YouTube, you have to put some effort into the quality of your videos and the production of your videos. And there's people who do that very consistently. They put a lot of work into the thumbnails, their videos, the titles, and they have the experience, the knowledge, and the personalities to back it up. So for me, channels like that are worth a shout out. Now, some people send me messages like, hey, can you give me a shout out and all this? And it's like, well, I'm not just gonna shout out anybody, you know? If there's a demonstrated consistency, like I said, and you put a lot of work into your videos and you can tell that you know what you're talking about, then yeah, sure, maybe at some point down the road, I will shout out your channel. But it can't just be you in front of the camera rambling on. I mean, you have to make your videos appealing to people. I mean, put some work into the title, into the video production, into the thumbnail, you know, to get some attention. We're not just trying to preach to the choir here. We're trying to bring people in from outside the preparedness community to come and get involved in this genre and get more prepared so that we don't have to prepare as much from a security standpoint, if you know what I mean. The first channel I want to shout out is called Full Spectrum Survival. It's a fairly established channel. The guy took a break for a while. Now he's back making videos again. And it's all about current events, news, stuff you might not see on the mainstream media, but might be relevant to people of the survivalist, homesteader, prepping persuasion. And one of the main things I like about that channel is that he delivers the information in a way that's not strewn with propaganda. It's not strewn with personal opinion. It's just facts. It's just information, and it's very short. So it's, you know, 3-minute videos, and he can, in the span of that 3 minutes, he'll give you 4 or 5 fairly relevant news stories from around the world, which might be of interest to us, mostly along the lines of, you know, collapse-related news, news which is significant in scope. So fairly interesting. So go subscribe to Full Spectrum Survival. No politicking, no propaganda, strictly the facts. The next shout out I want to do is for someone who's on Instagram. He also has a YouTube channel, but he hasn't gotten into it much yet. I think it's because he has 15,000 followers on Instagram and he's struggling to adapt to the YouTube video creation scene. And it's easy to get really hooked on one type of social media platform and not try to branch out and learn other social media platforms. So I don't think his YouTube channel is doing that well yet because he hasn't really put a whole lot of work into it. But he's probably one of the best survivalist prepper type feeds on Instagram. If you're not familiar with what Instagram is, it's just a place where you share photos, really short videos, similar to Twitter. And it actually is fairly useful. It's neat, you know, it's quick. So if you have, you know, a quick 2 minutes to spare at work, you go on Instagram, you see, you know, some of the pictures that people are posting, and he has a lot of really cool ideas with regards to DIY, you know, building survival kits. He does some gear testing. He's kind of getting into that now, and when he does gear testing, he really does some serious gear testing. He recently did a review of a Becker knife, and he totally abused that thing in ways I didn't think were possible. So I have a feeling once he starts breaking onto the YouTube scene, his channel's going to be pretty big. So I'm hoping, you know, to get a heads up and help him get established here. The next channel or channels I want to shout out are gear review channels. One of them is called Everything There Is. And I feel sort of bad for this guy because he's always putting out quality videos that are in-depth gear reviews, a lot of tabletop stuff. But he, you know, he tests out the gear and he provides an honest opinion of the gear he tests out. And, you know, I think that this guy should really have a lot more subscribers. Another channel that's like this is called TheSmokinApe. He does a lot of tabletop reviews as well, but both of these guys really know their stuff when it comes to the whole spec talk and the nerdy aspects of gear reviewing. Both of them know their stuff, so go check out everything there is. Subscribe to this guy's channel. It's well worth a subscription. The next channel I want to shout out is Prepper Action. He did a couple videos recently that intrigued me, and I think this is a really cool way of showcasing gear and survival skills. Basically, he made a two-part mockumentary where he's going through, you know, what he claims is a post-apocalyptic world or post-collapse world, and he's trying to survive. And I actually just think this is an amazing way to showcase gear in a way that's entertaining and engaging for people. Now, the first time I seen something like this done was on Living Survival's channel, where he did that whole B-movie zombie escape thing where, you know, he was showcasing gear, he was finding gear on the ground, and, you know, oh, this is a pretty cool fire steel, you know, what can I use this for? And it was an innovative way to showcase gear, because, you know, we all get a little tired of gear reviews once in a while. So to do it in a way that's entertaining like that is pretty cool. So I really hope that Prepper Action is going to do more with that concept. It's very hard to make videos like that, like all of the different angles that he uses. If you just watch any TV show, just watch it for 5 minutes and count the amount of times the camera angle changes. It takes a lot of work to make even sometimes 10 seconds of footage. So you really have to appreciate the amount of work that a lot of these video creators are putting into their videos, especially when they have such low sub counts. And I know because I've been there, and it's a big investment of time hoping that, you know, somebody's gonna find this worth watching. Another channel I want to shout out is a UK channel, and he's called Geordie Prepper, or Jordy Prepper. Not sure how you pronounce it, but he's got a lot of interesting stuff too. I watched a video of his recently, and he's talking about the importance of music, you know, after a grid down situation, and he's showcasing a gramophone, which I found was rather unique. You know, I mean, obviously it's nothing compared to what we're used to with our MP3s and our, you know, iPads and iPods and stuff like that. But hey, you know, I mean, if the grid ever went down for an extended period of time, you know, that might be a pretty cool way to make friends and just have some rec and leisure, something simple like that. He also has, you know, other videos where he talks about various concepts and, you know, just gear reviews, things like that. So go check out Geordie Prepper. Another channel I want to shout out is Massachusetts Prepper. Just an all-around good-natured guy. You know, I really enjoy watching his videos. It's amazing how much he knows about technology. Usually there's a bit of a generation gap with, you know, the technology, but he's, you know, everything from Fitbits to Phantom drones. You know, he's doing comparisons of drones. So I don't think he's done a whole lot of prepping related content lately. He's really into the photography thing and the making movies and stuff like that, which is really cool, but just a really positive person. So go subscribe to Massachusetts Prepper as well. And who am I forgetting? I'm going to send one more shout out to the Prepper Hub. He's helped me do some video editing on some of the more recent After the Collapse installments, and we're going to be collaborating more in the future. Really high production videos. This guy puts a lot of work into his videos. So anyways, I would encourage you guys to go and check out those channels, give them a sub. It's very easy to do. You just go bang, bang, bang. I'm going to post all the links in the description, and show your support. And, you know, hopefully we can help some of these people who are really putting a lot of time and work into these, growing these channels, and help them get established and get off the ground, and, you know, maybe even make a little bit of a living off what they love to do. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Canadian Prepper out.
Check out the Canadian Preppers Network blog, an excellent resource for survivalists and preppers.